All right, so it's Tuesday morning. I'm actually updating this morning because I had a lot of trouble sleeping last night. Apparently, jet lag decided to hit me on like day 3 or whatever that I'm here, and I actually was up for a while trying to work on the green red deck, and I had some ideas to try and improve it against specifically against Jund with Lifebane Zombie, because that's what I anticipate being a pretty tough matchup and a pretty common deck in the tournament. And I shifted some things around a bit. I'm trying out Strang Rootgeist. It's actually in my original deck. I ended up cutting it when I shifted some of the stuff around then. But I brought it back in because I like having a cheap attacker who can actually attack into Lifebane Zombie. And I'm also trying Hellrider. Hellrider gives me both my 4 and 5 casting cost creatures, being red, Hellrider, and Thunder my Hellkite, can't get snagged by a Lifebane Zombie. While it can't attack into a Lifebane Zombie and live, it does just sort of generally make my deck more aggressive to just get more damage in early, so the attrition from a Lifebane Zombie is less valuable. Previously I had Wolfear Avenger, and I think Wolfear Avenger is quite good, particularly against Blue-White Red. It's phenomenal there. I think that it's possible that that's just too slow, like it's too mid-rangey to beat Jund decks. Jund is the mid-rangiest of mid-range decks, and you can't really fight them on the same axis. You need to be able to go under them or over them. And I think that I need to try to tool my deck to be faster, rather than sort of have just more stable, powerful cards. And I also thought of this card right here, Gruul Warchant. Warchant is pretty awesome when the Jund decks are focused on blocking. When they're using trying to use stuff like Lifebane Zombie to block against you, or Huntmaster or whatever. And this gets better and better the more aggressive your deck is. So if someone's trying to use Lifebane Zombie to block my Foothoof Boars or whatever, if I have a Gruul Warchant, they're actually unable to ever just trade that Lifebane Zombie for my boar. And it also, I think, seems like it's good against Reanimator type decks, potentially against like Naya decks. I feel like they tend to have but sort of mid-range creatures. If you're playing against Naya with like Reckoner and Smiter, just having to attack into those is pretty rough. But with Warchant, you can force them into situations where you're just able to get a bunch of damage through. It also works particularly well with this card, Zealous Conscripts, which is another card that I wanted to try out. I had been trying out already against Jund and against Naya, because being able to get through their blockers, being able to get through Thrag Tusk in particular, for value with conscripts, be able to punch through it and get a bunch of extra damage in is really powerful. And the power of effect like conscripts increases significantly when you do have something like Warchant, because you make it even less likely they're able to actually block. And all these effects become more powerful when you have something like Hellrider in your deck, because all the damage that you deal to them incrementally adds up, and you're able to finish them off with evasive damage and burn. So that's where things stand right now. I'm gonna go get ready for my interviews and stuff. They're doing deck tech type stuff with us this afternoon. My girlfriend's supposed to get in this morning, but I saw there's a message that on the airline page that her flight was ridiculously delayed. So hopefully she makes it in without too much trouble. And yeah, we're gonna see if this deck is working how I want it to, and see if I'm playing green, red, or Jund. So we'll figure that out in the next few hours.